Social media, eh? Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought that me ranting and raving would have reached out to so many people? Just a word first and foremost. I was a bit embarrassed yesterday when Taylor said what she did about the company, because you know, I genuinely, I've been around for a while now. I've been around in retail. I've been around in all sorts of kind of sales and distribution capacities, and weird jobs I've had. And it's just the way that I was brought up to kind of look after people like that. You know, I was brought up in a time. I'm old, by the way. I know I look really young, and I should be the next James Bond. But here's the thing, you know, I was brought up in a time when customer service and integrity were kind of core values that we look for in everybody, ourselves, our suppliers, everybody, you know. So, you know, you dealt with the local butcher because you liked him and he liked you, and it was a fun place to go. And I guess to a degree that's what I've tried to create for our little store here. So I was a bit embarrassed yesterday when Taylor said what she did, but thank you. That was kind of cool. There's also been an awful lot of kind of similar comments along here as well. And you know what? The reality is there's a whole load of small businesses out in America that are trying really hard to give a good customer experience. And I've found some of them in my little travels, and they're you know, like weird things, you know. Weird little companies that you come across. Anyway, in the big scheme of things, I've spoken to somebody who seems to be a bit of a kindred spirit, and it's a weird thing because this girl, it's obviously above and beyond the call of duty for her. Particularly, she's got family in Texas. So there's a lady called Jackie at Browning, and so we've had a little conversation this morning, kind of one of those no shit conversations, really. I've told her exactly you know what's happened. She's already pulled the, you know, she did phone us from home last night, and let's be honest here. So she's pulled all the files this morning before speaking to me, and has given all the stuff to another gunsmith, and has kind of had a damn good look at all of the paperwork themselves. And you know, there's many aspects to this, and you know, ammunition failure. I know there's a whole bunch of you that have suggested that ammunition failure was a part of that, and that's certainly what their gunsmiths have suggested as well. But there's also more to it, because as you found out yesterday, there's actually a customer on the other end of this, and I think maybe that kind of really touched Jackie, particularly with family really close to us here, because you know, sometimes you know, it's not just doing what the piece of paper says you're supposed to do. It's about doing the right thing, by yourself, by your company, by your customers, and so on. And you know, it's disappointing really that kind of me kind of banging on about Browning and how that all went on got us as kind of loud as it did. But you know what? Common sense broke out this morning, and it doesn't happen very often. So it looks like Browning are going to do the right thing by Taylor and by us, and that's hugely appreciated, because we are just a little tiny company, a little tiny little business, and you know, thank you. Appreciate that, and for you guys that have been watching me as well, I am a seething, scary, mental person in real life. I don't record any of this shit. I just put the camera on and go. So as the kids in the background, they're hiding there, and that is my Raptor suit. So it's Friday. We're expecting Barton later on. I think he's going to be wearing the Raptor suit today. Anyway, thank you. It's Friday. Have a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend, yeah. And for those of you who've lent your support, you know, it's really nice to have a happy ending to this story. And Jackie at Browning, thank you. It makes a huge difference when it's personal, and I know today for you it was. Thank you.